First of them that we'll be beginning to talk about is Spain against Croatia. A 3-0 win for Spain. All of the goals coming in the first half. Alvaro Morata, Fabian Ruiz and Carvajal with the third of the goals here. Alvaro Morata becoming Spain's record scorer at the Euros with 7 so far. We are delighted now to be joined by Frank Leboeuf as well as Mario Suarez as well. Let's start with you, Mario. Are Spain among the favourites right now after what you saw today?
Well, I think everything we saw from Spain today, they are good news for Spain, for the players, for the staff. But it's just the beginning. Let's see what happens in the next matches. We play against Italy in the next day, and I think we have to be happy, but take it easy, please.
Good to see them scoring, though, Mario, because often people wonder if Spain will score enough goals. Today we saw 3 in the first half.
Yes, I think the effectivity today was amazing because in the first 3 shots on target, 2 were goals. It's good also to see Morata scoring, the top scorer in the history of the Euros for Spain, better than Fernando Torres, for example, better than David Villa. So Carvajal scoring, Fabian assisting to Morata and scoring also. So I think there are so many good news for Spain today. Now we have to face Italy. It's going to be a tough match. But I think Spain is happy right now, the coach is happy, and the players are really, really happy with what they do today.
Do you think they sent out a message today, Ale?
Well, I understand that would be the rhetoric and it's a narrative, but I don't think they care one bit about whether they sent a message or not. But what they did do is that they sent a message to themselves that we have a different version of what we have seen from Spain in the past. You just go back to the World Cup and that game against Morocco, in which they just passed the ball sideways and back and sideways and back and from here to there and back here and back there and back over there. And it's like it was an umbrella around the 18-yard box, and nobody with penetrating runs, nobody with a change of pace, nobody with a penetrating pass, never getting in behind. And what you saw today from Spain, and give credit to the young guys, both Nico Williams and in particular Lamine Yamal, running in behind, vertical, getting after Croatia, exploiting the spaces, going in 1v1 situations. And what that does is that spreads the back line. That spreads defenders, because now you're concerned about, well, I'm concerned about the spacing behind. I'm concerned about the space out wide. And in doing that, in spreading the back line, that opens up the space in the middle to where now you can hit a penetrating pass that ends up in what? The Alvaro Morata goal. You never, ever, for the life of me, remember actually seeing Spain playing that ball to Morata through down the middle, where they can get in behind with one pass. And it happened today, and it happened regularly, where they were looking forward. It wasn't just sideways and back, let's get forward. And when you do that, you also invite and almost demand that players like Pedri get forward with the rest of the team and become a presence in the attacking half, in the final third, and in the 18-yard box. Spain was outstanding today. The only thing that I would say, Unai Simon, my goodness. If there was ever a weak point for this team, it's in Unai Simon, because he always has one of those moments in each game in which you just go, why is he doing this? Other than that, if you focus on the positive, Spain, very good.
What stood out to you today from Spain?
I totally agree with Ali. I said it on last today's show. There's been many a year I've watched Spain and been bored by their possession, having 1,000 passes and not going anywhere. I think when you see the young players today, Rodri controlled that midfield, but Pedri done well. Dani Olmo came off the bench. They were willing to run forward. They're willing to run out of their shape instead of just standing still and being in a sort of 3 in midfield where you're just going side to side. Fabian Ruiz has always been a very, very good technician, but you look at the young players out wide. Yamal looked a little bit nervy, but he's 16, still doing his homework, which is absolutely understandable, but he grew into the game more so second half when he felt comfortable, and he was excellent. But Morata has always been a centre-forward that's never got the love, which is really bizarre, because you look at his record and you look at his CV and the clubs that he plays for, and if you service him, he will always score goals. But get away from that tiki-taka football, which Guardiola hates. He hates the term the tiki-taka football. He can't stand it. So there's different ways to score a goal, and I think Spain proved today that they're shifting away from that boring possession-based team.
Yeah, those horns, by the way, are coming from where Mario is, not one from where Frank Leboeuf is. At least we hope so anyway. It's fair enough if Lamine Yamal was a little bit nervous. He was the competition's youngest ever player today at 16 years old. What did you think of Lamine Yamal, Mario?
Well, first of all, I'm totally agree 100% with what you are saying there, that Spain now is different. They know when they have to run, they know when they have to keep the ball, play tiki-taka, as you said. And about Lamine Yamal, what can I say? It was for his first match today in a big tournament with Spain. He made an amazing assist. He played really, really well. He played 1v1 every time. He ran for the space, has a lot of quality, a lot of ability. It's a big talent. He's not future, he's present right now, and he's one of the most important players for Spain. So we are lucky that we have this type of players also now. Nico, as Ale was saying before, now we have a lot of possibilities to attack, not just with the ball, we're running for the space, looking for the space. Also the first goal, Fabian with Morata. I think we have a really good team, young team, with maybe not a lot of stars like other teams like Mbappe with Cristiano, all these kind of players. But I think the strong is the unity of this team.
How good a team do you think it is, Frank, after what we saw today?
I mean, I loved Lamine Yamal during the game, but I have to give credit for me, for the best player that I saw on the field was Fabian Ruiz. Today, the assist that he gave to Morata was a pure cleverness, and the second goal was a pure talent. But it's also, again, because Croatia were very fragile, and the decision from one of the centre-backs on the Fabian Ruiz assist to Morata, it's incredible. And he decides to go on the side when he sees, I think it's Nico Williams asking for the ball, and completely leaves Morata free. That was insane. And that decision makes an opportunity and the goal, and the first goal from Morata. But they've been good. And as all the guys said, I love the way they play now, and I'm not bored like Don when I watch them playing. It's very encouraging. It's they never been a contender for that tournament, but they can disturb. They can disturb because in that team you have players who are incredibly talented, and Lamine Yamal is the first. But don't forget Rodri, if he's not injured too much. And you know what? I'm falling in love with Carvajal right now. That guy can score in the Champions League, he can score in Euro. He's a right back, he's a full back, he's a striker now, he scores goals, and he's the identity of the new Spain. You know, going for the total football and enjoying his game. I really like that guy.
I want to go back as well to talk about Alvaro Morata with you, Mario, because today we saw that he's now scored in 3 different Euro tournaments against the same opponent in Croatia. And you can see when he's done that, the round of 16 in that standout game in Euro 2020, Euro 2016 in the group stage, and of course, today as well. How important is it for his confidence and for Spain to have him scoring in this opening game?
It's very important. I'm going to tell you something. I was talking to him before I connect here with you, and he was really happy because he was receiving a lot of critics in Spain. It's true that he didn't finish the season in the best way, but he finished being the top scorer of the national player with more goals during the season. He's the top scorer of Spain in all the Euros, as you said. Today in the first game he scores. So I think when the big stage, the big matches arrive with the national team, he don't fail. He's always there. He loves these kind of competitions. He's the captain. He's the number 9, well, number 7, but he's the striker of Spain. He feels that he's important for the coach, for the players, for his teammates. So I think it was good also today because he scored. He get more confident on himself. But I think he needs that. And we are really happy in Spain, and I think it's a very, very good day for him.
He did pick up a knock along with Rodri today, but the feeling is that he'll be okay to face Italy. What did you make of Morata?
Look, I think it's no secret that Alvaro Morata is a guy that when he's comfortable, when he's feeling happy, when he's feeling joyful and confident, he can be a very good player. So when he feels loved, he is going to score goals for you. The problem is that the difference between him feeling loved or not is very small. is very small. That margin for him, that margin of I'm confident, I'm great, I'm going to score goals, and here we go, and then just kind of down and out, and I can't score to save my life, and we have to create 10 chances for him to put into the back of the net. That difference is so tiny with him. And so it is great for Spain, and it is great for him individually to see the ball going into the back of the net, especially in a situation as he did it today. 1v1 situation in which it's him and the goalkeeper, and that he shows some composure and he shows some confidence and put it in the back of the net. And then after that, it's like, yay, sí, vamos, I believe, we believe, they believe. But that only happens when you're able to put the ball in the back of the net. What I want from Alvaro Morata and what I want from Spain, but especially from Morata, is that he continues to grow from this performance onto the next one, and that we see that confidence remain the same at a high level with him as a player.
Was this game closer than 3-0, or were Spain really that dominant?
I thought Spain were dominant, but I think you're looking at a Croatia side that are not even out of transition. Luka Modric, 38, Brozovic playing in Saudi at 31, Kovacic at 30. They're an old team, so they've not even gone past, not getting rid, but they've not gone past of losing the older players so they can bring the new generation through. And when your standards have dropped in the likes of Brozovic, who I've seen play a lot this season, it's hard work playing in Saudi. And I think you're looking at a group of players now, the majority of them, it's probably one tournament just too far. I might be proved wrong, but I thought Spain had more quality, they had more legs, they shifted the ball better. And just on Alvaro Morata, and I'm pretty sure the coach has worked on this because many coaches have tried, but when you're working with someone like Morata, you keep him within the width of the 18-yard box. You don't ask him to move out wide. You don't ask him to go and run the channels or potentially come short and link the play, which he can do. You have Williams on one side, you have Yamal on the other side, you have Pedri and Olmo, and you ask them to do all the running, and you simplify it for Morata and say, you know, Ali, you played centre forward. You stay within the width of the 18-yard box, and all your distances, as in your running, is a lot smaller, so you can then be more effective and you can be sharper.
Obviously, 3-0 win for Spain today. Great start for them, Mario. But going forward into the next games, what concerns you? What worries you the most about this Spain side?
To be honest, for me, nothing. But 20 hours yesterday also didn't concern me nothing, because I think Spain must focus on Spain, on what they can do. If they can play, or they can play this way against Italy, for me there is not going to be any problem to beat them, to beat Italy, to beat Albania, to beat other teams. Because I think the key today was that they know what they have to do in every moment. When they have to keep the ball and make Croatia running, they do it. They did it. When they have to attack, to be more looking for the spaces, running for the spaces with Morata, Lamine, and Nico, they did it. So I think if they keep with this, or continue with this concentration, with this intensity, with this mentality to attack, not to have the ball just to have it, to attack, to create chances, to run for the spaces. If they continue to do this, I think they are going to be very tough to be beaten by the other opponent.